Hi there, this is Chris with Peace of Mind Art and Crafts, and I'm here today to show you the flip through of the Christmas journal we've been working on. Excuse me. There's two other videos before this one, and this is the slow stitch cover. I have glued the cover on to the book. Remember, we made the cover in the first video. And we put on this pretty fabric with the holly and the little glitter, gold glittery look. And I've used a piece of wide ribbon. This ribbon was wired, and actually I take the wire out. It still forms quite nicely, but of course it's not as dangerous with that wire in it. You can leave the wire in if you want, but I like the look of it without the wire. And all I did was glue down the front using the 3-in-1 glue, or the fabric tack glue. It's the same stuff. And I just glued it down. And before I glued it down, I put the ribbon around so it went underneath the slow stitched piece, and then it can open on the side with the ribbon. You can use a thinner ribbon if you like that look, or a different kind of a tie on your journal. So we opened it up, and here's the front. Remember, we covered it with the paper, and I made some pockets. These are Gayle Agostinelli digitals. All these old-fashioned digitals that I used. And here's a little tag or journaling card. And here is a Christmas tree ribbon, which I will show you how to do probably in the next video. And this is made out of ribbon, and I'll show you also how to make it out of fabrics. Has some journaling space on the side if you want to journal on there. This page was done using a wrapper from a chocolate bar that I got last year at Christmas time, and I just saved the wrappers. And this one also on this end is from the chocolate wrapper. They used an old-fashioned wrapper. I just left the brand name on there. Another Christmas tag or journaling card. You can write on. This is from Gayle Agostinelli's digitals also, I think. I think that's adorable. And throughout this journal, I had some really pretty to from stickers that I had from last year. And I really liked the look of them, and so I inked them up a bit to kind of give them more of an old-fashioned look, and I put them throughout the journal. Okay, and here's a pocket with a larger journaling card in it. Has a circle. I cut out a circle from this paper, and then I used that circle somewhere else, and then I put another circle or paper on the back. Okay, and I made a little tab out of ribbon. Here's the one that we did together in the I think it was the first video. Might have been the second. It was the second video, and we just used cut out circles from Gayle Agostinelli's digitals. I cut out circles with my circle punches, a couple different sizes, and then I punched little holes in them and tied a little baker's twine on them, and that's how I decorated the page with they're supposed to look like ornaments, which I think they do. Here's a pocket that I already had made, and I'm going to show you how to make these Christmas papers with the with a little focal point on them. and they can be sewn around. This one was sewn around, or just glued, whichever you like to do. There's a couple of little cards in here. This was just a piece of paper that I folded up to make an envelope. It has journaling space on it. And let's see, oh, this is a ribbon that I used. I have a collection of ribbon that I collect, Christmas ribbon and other ribbons also, but I started collecting Christmas ribbon years ago, usually at the end of the season when the stores have all their ribbons on sale, and then I buy the ribbons for like 80% or 90% off, and I just have a whole bag of them that I can use, and I use them to wrap papers or wrap packages. I use them in my journals. I use them for ephemera, various things. And this one's a pretty one with the rose. If they have wire in them, I take the wire out as I go, because I don't know if I'm going to use, on the next ribbon, if I'm going to use the wires, if I'm going to need the wire in there. But as I go, I'll cut a piece and then take the wires out of just that piece. So that makes a pretty tuck spot. And here's a journaling card that I made to go in there. And another page with a decoration. This is ribbon here. This is a piece of wrapping paper. I mentioned that I use both used wrapping paper. That's another thing that I save, is whenever I used to buy wrapping paper, and now I kind of more go with the gift bags because they're more reusable. But if I do buy wrapping paper, I can also use it in my journals. And any wrapping paper that I really, really like, I save a piece of it, kind of to go down memory lane. And someday I'll show you my little packet of wrapping papers that I've saved over the years. And here's I bought a pack of that paper that you can put through your computer and write a note on. And it was a Christmas design, so I decided to use it in here. And you can also use this journal to put into, letters that you get in the mail from friends and family. So that would be a good place to put that. Here's a tuck spot with a little journaling card, and another little. I have last year I did a card making session and some Christmas ephemera making session, and I made these little. I took an index card and made these little gift tags out of the index card. You remember we put the piece of lace over the top of this. Here's our fabric flip, and underneath the fabric flip I have a piece of paper for writing on. And this I just glued over the top, kind of like one of the paper pads that you make, only I made it with a fabric flip. Here's another one of the gift tags that I used. The music paper. And I cut this out of this is another digital that I had, and I can't remember the name of the person that, if I can find it, I'll put it in the description box below. And I just glued two of them together, and then I put a little piece of paper in there for writing. And here's a piece of ephemera that I have. The ones I'm going to show you, this is kind of a bigger one, but I'll show you how to do these in the next video. This is a nice old journaling card. It was one of these tags also with this thinner paper that I glued over a piece of cardstock to make a tag. Another Here's some corner tucks using this pretty scrapbook paper that had the colored lights on there. And this is a Santa Claus digital. This is a piece of ribbon. I just cut a little corner of the piece of ribbon. And this is the center of the journal, and I have some little charms dangling. Here's a pair of mittens and a stocking. And here's a tag that fits into the other corner of the corner pocket. If snowflakes were hugs, I would send you a blizzard. This reminds me of a group of sisters. I bought this wrapping paper. This is wrapping paper. I bought this wrapping paper long ago when my mother-in-law was still alive. My mother-in-law had four sisters. There were five girls in the family, no boys. And so there were some parts of this paper that had five girls. This one happened to have 4. I thought that was sweet. Another piece of ribbon for a band, and a journaling card. Here's the other side of the tags, and it has an opening for Christmas cards or whatever on there. I have put my Christmas cards on in my Etsy shop, and actually I've already sold some of them. That's a good thing, and I'm hoping that people will order them early enough to get them in time to send them out for Christmas. I've noticed that my Etsy's been as far as things being delivered, it's been a little bit slow, but not too bad yet. I think as we get closer and closer to the holidays, it's that anything you order online is going to be harder and harder to get in time for Christmas. But right now there doesn't seem to be a problem. Here's another the other side of the sheet of music. I have put on a little envelope that I made out of just regular scrapbook paper, and made a little card to go in there to write on. Oops. If I wanted to, I could put a little piece of ribbon on this paper clip. That might look kind of nice. And oh, here's a photograph that I put in here. Not necessarily that you want this photograph, but it comes out of the corner. I just glued down the corner photo corners so that you can easily take this out and put a photograph of your own in there. And this is a little charm up here, bells. This is a piece of fabric that was left over from the cover, and I ran it down my machine and ruffled it up. And here's another little pocket with some more paper in it. Good place for cards here. Here I just put a little, I like this Santa Claus napkin. I just put it in there as a little extra. The person who gets this journal can take it out and put in some cards or whatever they want to use. And here's some more ribbon that I used for pockets. Another corner pocket. A little paper in there to write on. There's a little journaling card that opens up. You can write on it. And I have that hanging over. You can use this journal for anything as far as, you know, what your plans for Christmas. You can put in things that you receive in the mail. You can fill it up with more of your own ephemera. You can journal about Christmas pretty much anything you want to do with it. I will be putting this on my Etsy shop very soon, so stay tuned. This is a pocket that I made out of some more wrapping paper. And actually, this was wrapping paper that I bought. Whenever I buy wrapping paper, I of course use it to wrap presents, but then this was one I bought knowing that I wanted to use it a lot in my journals. Here's a piece of scrapbook paper that is made into a tag. Fits into this. There we go. This was another little digital, I believe, from Gayle Agostinelli's Christmas kit. This at night. And I tried to put in this journal some of the sayings that I really like that I use on some of my cards and so on. This one I like. Unlike gifts that come and go or tinsel in the attic stowed, may the spirit of peace we hold so dear remain with us throughout the year. I thought that was a pretty sentiment for Christmas. Here's another pocket with a little card in it. Here's some more of the stickers that I used, the To From stickers. And here again is the candy bar wrapper. What I did with this is I put it on top of a piece of cardstock to give it more stability. And here's our last page. This is a ruffle that I made out of the same paper that I used on the front and back cover. Santa Claus sticker. Here, to kind of mimic the front where I used a Gayle Agostinelli digital, I also used one on the back here as a pockets. And here's a little birdie. So I hope you like that flip through, and I'll put this video on as the third part to the journal. And what I'll do is in my next video is I'll show you how to make both this front ribbon Christmas tree, and I'll also show you how to make other shapes for other parts of your journal out of ribbon and fabric. And I'll also show you how to make some of the pieces that you can use for pockets and journaling cards, just by layering up different Christmas things. You can use this same idea using other holidays or just regular scrap paper, and they're great. They're a great way to use up all your scraps. So those two are coming up next. This journal will be on my Etsy soon, so stay tuned for it. And I thank you all for joining me today. I wish you peace of mind. Bye for now.